It seems like such a small thing when people ask about what's an important thing that you did in terms of school reform. And we talk about, okay, well, we greet kids in the morning and we shake their hands and we say their name. A lot of people tend to like give that look of like, well, what's so important about that? And I think it speaks to what we hold as a priority here, which is cultivating a positive culture here. And part of that is just knowing each child and making them feel like they're important or that they're known in this school.
Polaris is not the traditional school.
It's not just opening up books and learning to answer test questions, but really learning how to think.
Polaris knows that in order to educate the child, they have to know who this child is. They instill character in the child, and they're more concerned about what they're building for the future of the community.
They are molding the kids to reach higher, always reach higher. And when you think you're high enough, reach higher than that.
I think that the mission of this school is to make learning relevant for children so that they understand the importance of education throughout their lives and that we are always learners. You know, one of the things I'm most proud of here is that not only are students learning a lot, they're learning how to learn. Polaris Charter Academy is the first expeditionary learning school in Chicago. Expeditionary learning is a belief in a hands-on approach to education for children. Learning expeditions are in-depth investigations into topics of study. They have a real-world component to them. They start with state standards. They are backward mapped by teachers. They have strong guiding questions that guide students and teachers through their learning throughout the 12 to 15 weeks of study, and they always have a final product that has a real-world component so that students see the relevance beyond the walls of their school.
If we're learning about birds rather than just reading about birds in the classroom, we go out to parks and we do bird watching and we engage with experts who are ornithologists themselves. And so the kids really get to experience what it is that they're studying, not just read about it, which makes them experts themselves and gives them a more authentic learning experience.
Something that's really important here is the field work, where we will leave the classroom and go to different places where the students are actually working. And I've noticed with my students, they take it very seriously that we're there to work.
The secret with Polaris is they give the kids a self-respect.
I've seen a big change in my son just being here. The way that he respects and responds to people is different now.
It's really looking at what makes successful people successful, and I think we all start at the beginning of our experience with these kids focusing on motivation, because once you motivate the kids and you find what it takes for them to engage themselves as learners, that's something that they can carry forth with them. I think another thing that has made us pretty successful is just the environment that we have established here. There's really a cohesion between classrooms and throughout the school as a whole, so that if you walk in the doors of the school, you kind of feel this sort of calm. You can tell, no matter what, that students and their learning is our top priority.
Our first year we hired 6 teachers. And the first time that all of us met for our week of professional development before the doors opened, we spent the entire first day talking about the ideal Polaris graduate and came up with what we call the 5 points of Polaris, which are
integrity, compassion, explorer, critical thinking, active citizen.
The 5 points of Polaris are the foundation of learning here. Without the 5 points of Polaris, we firmly believe that children would not have the routine and structure to learn and become productive members.
Students are working on becoming better people. It helps me in terms of classroom management and even discipline with students because we talk a lot about the points of Polaris, and it helps them understand what we're working towards, not just in school and in terms of academics, but really how to be better people.
They make you a better person if you show them in Polaris and out of the school actually too. And people will actually want to communicate with you and get to know you because of you using those 5 points of Polaris.
Polaris has changed my hopes and expectations for Jalen because he loves to learn now. I feel good about sending him to a place where I know he's safe and he's learning and he's become a part of something.
We may be a charter school that's open to the city, but we are, really focused on West Humboldt Park and educating the students in our neighborhood. We want to be a part of the community.
Polaris gives parents the opportunity to get involved with what their kids are getting involved with. They have math nights, reading nights, family activity nights that allows the parents to come and learn what the kids are learning.
They encourage the parents to look at what we're doing. They don't have anything to hide. It's transparent. It's like, this is what I think a school is supposed to be.
I really do feel like it's a community here at Polaris. And parents are definitely not only welcome, but expected to be a part of the community.
The parents, the children, the staff, we are so tightly united, and we all maintain the same vision and goals.
I think Polaris is much different from other schools I've taught at in terms of ownership of learning, where teachers have a real sense of ownership over the planning that we do and the curriculum that's being taught. And I think students have a real ownership in this school where they feel like it's their school, where they feel like they're really stakeholders as well.
The teachers and all the people in the school are more involved with the students than in other schools. And that the kids, when they're learning, they actually learn and have fun at the same time.
I think that I just learn more here than other schools.
Just all day. It's my favorite part of the day. It's all day.
Polaris is the best place to be.